it's Jen, Not So Mystical Tarot. This is going to be your reading for around Friday the 14th-ish of June, heading into the weekend. Give you a little update on what's going on there. You can find me on Instagram at Not So Mystical Tarot or notsomysticaltarot.com if you like a personal or private reading for more information. I would watch your moon and rising signs. Remember, this is a general reading, so that may give you a little bit more of a clue as to what you have going on. Now, let's get started with Aries. Page of Swords. You are getting a message, Aries. Some kind of message. Intellectual, not emotional. So this is something, either you're going to be dealing with something in an intellectual way, or you're getting a reminder of something that you need. Temperance. Okay, well, that's pretty simple. Temperance is about your emotions, keeping yourself in balance. So it looks like there could be something coming that can get your emotions a little rattly. So you're getting the message here to use your intellect, not your emotion, when it comes to whatever this is that shows up this weekend. And that can be, that can be anything. It can, it could be job related, family related. I feel like it's family. I don't know that it's necessarily bad, but it's just saying, whatever you have going on, whether it's family, loved ones, whatever kind of message you get, just try to react with an even. Temperance is about having an even keel, and also it's about using your intellect and not your emotions when it comes to that. And you are also fire signs, which fire signs are prone to action and to quick reaction. So this is just, a message saying, hey, let's just use your intellect first before you make any rash decisions. That's pretty clear. You've got this Ten of Swords here saying, like, hey, if you do react really fast and you do react emotionally, you could end up having this. I don't think is you being hurt. I think it's hurting somebody else, or maybe messing up a chance that you have to connect with someone in a really good way. But the other card you got here is the Eight of Wands, which says this stuff is coming in quickly. It's moving along really fast. And you had another card, though, so I'm just going to throw this out there for you, Aries. The energy is moving quickly, okay, as far as you're going to want to react quickly, but please don't, because you don't want to have this problem. But if you don't react quickly and you keep it nice and even, look what you get. 10 of Cups. Happy, wonderful. So this is very simple. Stuff's going to come in fast. Make sure you keep your emotions under control. Use your brain so you don't end up here. You'll end up here instead. That's awesome. I'm really happy for you, Aries. Really, really happy. Great, great news. All right, moving on to Taurus. What do we have coming up this weekend for Taurus? That one, Page of Pentacles. Okay, we're getting a lot of pages. Already we got the pages going on, but who doesn't like a message, right? It's nice and clear. Page of Pentacles, Taurus, you are the Pentacles. This is a practical message about your practical life, career, money, finance, home, organization, even fitness, depending on, your goals or things. And the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, now the Queen of Pentacles, I always said if she was at she'd be like the Pinterest mom, the perfect mom who everything is always just so. She has the right organization, her bills are paid, she's nice and neat, her kids are neat. This message is saying, listen, if you want to succeed at whatever you have going on, you got to be prepared. You've got to do your homework. This Queen of Pentacles does her homework. Everything is in order. She does not fly by the seat of her pants. She, she's that mom that's got snacks in the car for the kids and bottles of water. She's that mom. So you're getting a message. This weekend is a weekend, I would say, to be prepared because, whoa, you've got the Empress. So you may have a chance to share a gift of yourself with another person, and being prepared is always part of that. If you are kind of a wreck and a mess, you may not see the opportunity that you have to connect with someone in that way, or to be there for someone in that way. And this weekend at least, you being able to be there for someone in a very tangible way is going to be a huge gift to them. And I think it also is going to be like a huge gift to you. So let's get just a teeny bit more information on this, Taurus. But this is very, very nice. Oh, look at that. And you have the Magician, which says you have all this stuff available to you, but you have to ask for it. You have to go get it. That's like the Queen of Pentacles, right? She has all these good things happening to her, but it's because she makes the effort to go and get the things that she needs. So I couldn't tell you enough times, please be prepared this weekend. You will have an opportunity to really shine and to benefit others while you still can get that good feeling and benefit yourself too. But you have that opportunity to really shine this weekend. So definitely, definitely take that. Okay. All right. We're going to move on to Gemini. What do we have going on for Gemini this weekend? Page of Cups. Okay, we have had 3 signs, 3 pages right in a row. Messages are coming in this weekend. Page of Cups. This is an emotional message for our Geminis. And you're an air sign, so you're like, yeah, so what? I get that, but, you know, you can't always be up in your head. I'm an air sign too. I prefer to keep the emotion out of things sometimes, but sometimes you just can't. And the Chariot. So whatever this emotion, this message, whatever it is, it's coming in pretty hot. Now, the thing that's nice, and I love this, is look at him, right? He's got this fish in the cup, and he's kind of like, right? You don't see him going, oh, look at this fish in the cup. He's kind of like, that reminds me of how all of the air signs, and like I said, I'm an air sign, how we are when we get an emotional message, we're like, oh, that's a little messy. I'm not really interested. And plus, Cancer, this is a Cancer card, so you kind of have that whole emotional water sign thing happening. You know what? When you get this is saying, listen, you don't have to take this message right to heart the minute it shows up, okay? You don't have to, I don't want to say don't embrace it, but I'm saying you don't have to take it as gospel the second it shows up. Give yourself a little bit of time like this guy to kind of hold it away and sort of decide what you're going to do with it, because it seems like it's a little more than you bargained for. You do have the Hanged Man, so true to form, you are going to have to look at this in a different way, and really you will anyways, being an air sign. This is an emotion thing, so you're kind of like, ugh. So you're going to have to force yourself to look at it a little bit differently, but I think there will be a huge benefit for you. Look what you got again, the Page of Cups again, and she's got the same thing with the fish, right? She's like, oh. So, you know, this is just saying it's okay to be who you are. Take your time receiving these messages. You definitely are going to get some kind of emotional interaction happening this weekend. And you know what? Take your time receiving these different messages. It's really okay. Oh my gosh, the other card that came up for you guys was the Hermit. Nothing says get away from me more, right? Yeah, it does seem like you're going to have some kind of emotional entanglement this weekend. Take your time dealing with it, you know, back away, do what you have to do. You get the Hermit who's like, whoa, and you've got both of the Pages of Cups with the fish out here. So take the time, back away when you need to, and do whatever you have to do so that you can move forward. But you do have that Hanged Man, so try the different perspective. It will help you a little bit as well. All right, we're going to move on to Cancer. Now that we've traumatized Gemini, we're going to move on to Cancer. What do we have going on for Cancer? The Knight of Cups. Knights are bringers. So this is somebody bringing you a whole bunch of emotional something or other. You got to figure out how you feel about all that. And the Fool. So, okay, you guys are the Cups, so it's a little easier for you to handle, but it is quite a rush of emotion. And the Fool is about starting a new journey. So you may have something on your mind, a new relationship, you know, being that this is emotions, it could be romantic, it doesn't have to be, but you could have a new friendship even on the horizon, something along those lines. You got another Knight of Cups. These readings are so weird. Make sure you watch your Moon and Rising. But you definitely have some kind of serious emotion being brought to you. The Knight of Cups times 2. And whatever it is going to cause you to turn in a different direction and start a whole new journey. Now, just with the Fool, not everybody will be on your page, especially when you're doing something like this, stepping off a cliff and being happy about it. Other people may be like, what is wrong with you? What are you thinking? Well, you know what really matters? What you are thinking. That's really what matters. And here you go. This is going to kind of set your mind at ease. You have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is all about a plan, right? You don't build a building without a blueprint. Here you go. So you know what? I definitely feel like you have an idea of what is coming towards you. You kind of have an idea, like, you know, if this is romantic, there's somebody who kind of likes you, and it isn't going to be a big shock if they make a move toward you this weekend. Or if it's getting involved emotionally in maybe a family issue. It could even be something with your kids, sisters, aunts, you know, whatever family member, cousins. It could be anything like that. But you know what? Have a plan how you're going to deal with it and how you're going to approach the situation so that you can do whatever this thing is that you need to do without anybody kind of giving you flack, and so that you feel okay. When you have a plan, you always feel better about it. But like I said, I don't feel like this is a big shock to you. So since you know this is kind of coming, prepare yourself. And if you feel like you don't know it's coming, it's coming. So prepare yourself, okay? There you go. All right. I'm going to go on to our Leos. What do we have for our Leos? Oh, this weekend, what do we have, Leos? Oh, good. You can worry yourselves to death, Leo. What are you doing? This can also just be that there's been something really on your mind, and it's like kind of taking over your thoughts, you know. The moon. Okay, well, whatever this is that's been on your mind, it really, you're not seeing it the way that it is. So you could be, and I don't want you to, I'm not being mean, you could be blowing it out of proportion a little bit, or it could just be that the way you're receiving it is not really the way it's meant. So if there's been something on your mind that you can't seem to get rid of, and it's really, it's bothering you, you know what? Stop for a moment and take a look at it a different way, because I think you are not seeing it the way it's meant. Whether it's somebody treating you a certain way, it may be that they're just involved with themselves and they're not like ignoring you. You know, just for an example, it can be that they have something on their mind. They're not meaning to ignore you or put you in a different last or anything like that. It just could be that they just are caught up in something they have going on. And because that's just an example. But if there's something you're worrying about, it's a good chance that it's really not the way that it's meant for you to take it. You know what I mean? Okay, now look at, here we've got the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is about sort of righting yourself around. So it could be that you just have gotten yourself into a situation where you're now just like really ruminating over something. Just, you know, I don't want to say like beating it to death, but like just bringing it up and, oh, what about this? Oh, what about that? What about this? What if I'd done that? Okay, stop. Because none of no amount of worrying is going to fix whatever it is. It doesn't matter. When you worry about stuff, it doesn't make it any better. So you're going to have to just take a moment, take a deep breath. I know you're a fire sign, so you want to do something, but listen, here, planning. This is time for you to, you know, this could have like wobbled you a little bit. Whatever this was, you see you've got the rough seas and you've got the calmer seas. So you know what, just stop for a minute, reset, catch your balance, catch your breath, and then make a decision as to what you're going to do next, okay? But just remember, I'm not saying that your feelings are not valid. What I'm saying is you worrying about whatever this is and ruminating on it, and like, I almost want to say like digging it up so you can just relive it and either beat yourself up over it, or why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do that? That's really not productive, okay? So we're going to reset, balance out, kind of build a new foundation, like, okay, this is how we're going to do things, and look what you get. Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is about being very choosy. So you know what? As you move forward on this new foundation, on this new way of looking at whatever the situation is that you're not really seeing the way that it is, you're going to be very choosy. Very choosy about what you worry about. Very choosy about what you involve yourself in. Seven of Cups, or the Seven of Pentacles, is all about being choosy. And this, she's not taking every single flower. She's actually not picked up any of them, because you know why? They aren't what she wanted. So this is just my friendly reminder to you. Make sure you watch your moon and rising. It may give you a little more clarification, but really, whatever it is you've got yourself twisted up over, it is probably not worth it. So go do something fun this weekend, okay? Go do something else. All right, let's go on to our Virgos. What do we have going on for the Virgos? Virgo, you get the moon also. Something is not the way that it seems. And the Lovers. Okay, so this can be having to do with your relationship. You know, you could be, I think it was Leo that had this card as well. Sometimes you look at things and they are not exactly what they seem. And I was telling Leo the same thing. Like, sometimes you can start to look at something and you, I don't want to say like make it up, but you can kind of say, oh, well, it must be this, well, it must be that. And before you know it, you've got something totally and completely misconstrued. And the chance is that that's not the case at all. So if you are thinking something, wow, this is crazy. Okay, Leo got the same thing, different cards in different spots, but it's, I'm sorry, the same cards, different decks, different spots, but look at this. Leo got this too, the Nine of Swords, but they got it in the big card, but it's the same thing. what I'm saying is, if you are worrying about something, if you are thinking, does this person really love me? I don't know. Maybe they don't want to be with me. Maybe this person doesn't agree with me like I thought they did. You know, you're worrying, whatever. Chances are you're missing the boat on the whole situation, and you've gotten yourself into such a frenzy that you are not seeing what's really going on. Now watch your moon and rising, because this could be for just one or two people. You might identify better with your moon or rising sign, or it might give you more clarification. But the other card you got, which I still think is really helpful, is this Four of Swords. And that's saying take a step back. If you are ruminating over a situation and you are not seeing something clearly, obviously you're not going to handle it the correct way, and you're going to upset yourself and worry yourself to death for no reason. So take a step back, look at what is really happening. I mean, even if you need to like write a list of this is what's going on, this is what's not going on, you can look down that list and go, okay, this doesn't make any sense. Why am I thinking this? This makes no sense. I have no reason to think this is valid. You see what I mean? Okay. Don't get yourself all twisted up. Don't worry about it. Virgos especially, you always want to be perfect, do everything perfectly, please everyone. You can't always do that. So it's okay. It's okay. You get a little bit of grace this weekend. Like I said, whatever it is that you think you're seeing that's this terrible thing is most likely not the case. So just move on. Just move on. You may have to tell yourself this is not the way it looks. Things are not the way they appear, blah, blah, until you feel better. Okay? We're going to move on now to Libra. Seven of Pentacles. It's so funny how the same stuff comes up in different ways. Seven of Pentacles. This is all about being very, very choosy, Libra. Very choosy. What are you being choosy about? If I can get this card out of here, I'm going to be choosy too. You are being choosy about doing nothing. Okay. You can be at the point now where you are being so picky and choosy and picayune about everything that you're not making a decision at all. Notice he's got this rod here. Rods are action. There's a pentacle on the ground. He's not picking that up, and that's okay, because like it fell off the ground, off this bush, and he's like, I don't want that one. It's an old yucky pentacle. I don't want it. That's fine. Being really choosy is a good thing, okay? But you are an air sign, so it's very easy to also overthink. The Two of Swords, air sign. It's about making a decision to not make a decision. So it could be in a relationship, a job offer, even picking out new clothes, picking out furniture, whatever it is. You may have gotten to the point where you're like so picky about everything that you're not making a decision at all. So whatever you have going on this weekend, make a decision, because like, think about it. You could end up worrying about what you want to do all weekend and not doing anything. I mean, just an example, but this is great. Look what you've got here. You got the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is all about like, let's go out and do something fun. I don't really care what anybody else thinks. I'm just going to go. I'm going to have a lot of fun, and that's what I'm going to go do. So you know what? That's the only way you can break this cycle of getting so choosy that you don't do anything, is just to go do whatever you want. Go do something really fun, something you normally wouldn't do, and just go and have a really, really good time. That is a great way to break that cycle. And the other, this is great. You've got the Knight of Pentacles too. So just in case you go too fast, you can slow right down. The Knight of Pentacles is all about being super methodical. And like, that's what you're doing here. Okay, so this is just kind of, I think this is just sort of funny, because the only way to break this cycle of being super choosy, picayune, and not making a decision is to just go like wild and just go do something that you want to do that's fun without caring what anybody thinks. But then you have the Knight of Pentacles, who's like, I don't really know, like Eeyore kind of is what I think of. Don't go out and lose your mind, okay? I think that's what we're saying here, is go do something really fun to break this cycle of over-pickiness, but don't lose your mind, okay? Use your brain still. Keep it on the up and up. Don't go nuts, okay? That's all we're saying here. All right. We are going to move on to our Scorpios. What do we have for Scorpio? Seven of Cups. Overwhelming. Big decision, something going on that's making you feel all kinds of weird ways, Scorpio. And you get the Ten of Pentacles. So here's the deal. You may have input from a lot of different sources that's making you feel a lot of different ways, but you have this option here to take yourself to a level that's very, very successful. So you are going to have to sort this out. And I think being that you are a cup sign, a water sign, this is you, I think it could just be an overthinking or maybe an emotional attachment, sometimes to stuff that happens, but it may just be time for you to sort some things out so that you can move on to the success that you have waiting for you. You may have, how do I want to put this, like a little bit of emotional junk kind of hanging around, and it's time maybe this weekend to sort that out because you've got some big things you want to do. This is tangible success, like you can put your hands on it, whether it's business, financial, whatever, organization, fitness, whatever this is, but you're going to need to sort out up here, in here before you can get and receive and enjoy all of that, that success that you have waiting for you. So let's get some information about that. Okay, well, here we go. You're going to go from the 7, confused, overwhelmed, whatever, to the 10. And the 10 is happy relationships, well-balanced family life, very fulfilling and enjoyable. And, of course, when you're happy at home, you can do really well in business. So this is saying to me there's something that needs to be sorted out on the home side. The emotional home relationships with your immediate, even if they don't live with you, but immediate family relationships, that needs to get itself, needs to be sorted out by you. And once that happens, you're going to be very, very happy and content, therefore allowing you to be really happy and content and successful in your work life, in your financial life. So that's pretty good, but let's just get a little more information. Queen of Cups. Okay, that's awesome. That is awesome. So you're just going to keep right on. Once you sort this out, you're just going to keep right on progressing. And the Queen of Cups here with this 10 is saying this is just going to, like, whatever this success is, it's going to be something that feeds you personally too. Like it's not just like, oh, I'm going to go make a bunch of money. It's I'm going to make good money, be happy, but I'm also going to get what I need emotionally, because we've all had jobs where you make a bunch of money, but you don't really like the job. But this is going to be, you're going to get fulfilled and enjoy that too. So can't really go wrong there. But this weekend is a weekend for you to sort that stuff out, Scorpio, not a weekend for you to run around and add more confusion to that original 7 of Cups, which is already confused enough. Okay? Don't add any more people. You know exactly what I'm saying. Okay? All right, we're going to move on to our Sagittarians. What do we have for Sagittarius? Right here, we have got the Queen of Swords. Well, there you go, Sagittarius. She's not your favorite, but that's too bad. You like the Queen of Wands, but she is the Queen of Swords. She's going to call it like it is, and there must be a reason that you have her. So, okay, this is really clear. Page of Wands, pages bring messages, okay? We have seen every page now. This message you're getting is, yeah, I know there's some stuff you want to go do, but you need to kind of have your like bullshitometer kind of on, okay? Because what I'm hearing is, do not lie to yourself, okay? There's a message coming to you about an action that you want to take. This Queen of Swords is always like, that's right, that's wrong, that makes sense, that's stupid, don't do that, you know better than to do this, you should definitely do this, make sure you do that. That's the Queen of Swords. So you may be having some kind of feelings about some different things that you want to do, but all I can hear is, you know better. And the Queen of Swords is like, that's like, the Queen of Swords is like the most fierce babysitter you ever had, and you try to lie to them and they're like, I don't think so, you're going to bed. It's that kind of thing. So don't even try it. Don't even try it, because you're not going to get away with it, and it is not good for you. Whatever you want to get yourself into here, whatever this is, there's something that you want to go and do, or something you want to mess around with, or something you're going to waste time with. I don't know. Whatever it is, watch your moon and rising. That may give you a little more information, but just don't even try it, okay? Just don't. Just stop. There you go. You got your 7 of Wands too. So it isn't even just that you are getting the message of, hey, let's go do this thing that I shouldn't be doing. You got the Queen of Swords going, are you kidding me? And then you have the 7 of Wands. So just in case, this is the repercussions that will come if you don't listen to her. This is people with a lot of negative nonsense to say, and this sometimes they're right, but whatever. You're not going to want to get involved with all this. So you know what? How about you just listen here and just don't put yourself in that situation. I don't know who this is for exactly, but I can't wait to get the message when I find out. Yeah, do not involve yourself. You know better. That's all I can hear is you know better. Yeah, let it go. Let it go. When you know what this is, whatever this is that you're thinking, oh, well, maybe I'll do that, or oh, maybe I'll do this. Let death come in and go, yeah, no thanks. That was a cute idea. Let's just move it on out, because you do not need, do you need this? Do you? Do you need to get yourself involved in something that's going to cause you grief, anguish, and frustration, and have people talking about you? And no. So just here, take her, listen to what she says. Don't try to put anything over on her, and it's like, pretend you have to ask your mom, and you're in like 5th grade, and you're trying to put something over on her, and your mom's like, it's that. See that, okay? All right, Sagittarius, we're going to go on to our Capricorns. What do we have for our Capricorns this weekend? Capricorns this weekend, right there. The Hanged Man, time for a new perspective. What is this perspective that you speak of? New perspective on the future. You could have had things planned out a certain way, and Capricorn, you're an earth sign, and that makes you really happy. So it's a good chance that maybe you had a 5-year plan. This is like a 5-year plan, like a long range plan, and you were like, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do this and that, and all of a sudden you're like, well, what if I do it this way? Like, all of a sudden you're thinking, well, maybe I'll do it a different way. Maybe I'll do something else. All right. What is that? Queen of Swords. Wow. Yeah, she's come up a couple times. Here, the Queen of Swords is, listen, you have a 5-year plan or a long-range plan in place for a reason. You're suddenly having this feeling like you want to do something totally different. That's awesome. It's actually really cool, but here's the deal. Make sure that you're telling yourself the truth about whatever this is. Don't throw away this, because you're very methodical. So if you've made a long-range plan for a reason, don't just throw it away because, well, I think I want to go do this. I mean, I'm all for everybody having that kind of a thought, but make sure you weigh it on the truth. What is really happening here? Make sure that you are not fooling yourself, I guess is what I want to say. And here you have the Emperor, and I love the Emperor here because this is saying, listen, as long as you are telling yourself the truth about this, and you really could have a different idea or go, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore, and that's fine. As long as you are telling yourself the absolute truth, then you've got the Emperor who's like, yeah, you can't lose as long as you're telling yourself the truth about whatever the situation is. So just make sure, if you have had a sudden change of heart, or you may have some different opportunities that come to you that all at once it seemed like, oh my gosh, this is a great idea. Remember that Queen of Swords who's like, okay, let's just think about this logically. Do all the homework, but it's a possibility that you could change your mind, and that's okay too. But watch your moon and rising to give you a little more information on this, because this is definitely it could just be for like 1 or 2 people. So watch your moon and rising sign, because that will give you a little bit of a hand when it comes to interpreting that. All right, we are going to move on to our Aquarians. What do we have for Aquarius? The Empress. Something of yourself that you're going to share this weekend. What is it that you want to share or need to share with other people? You need to share heartache, worry. No, you know what? Because you are up in your head a lot of the time, I'm an Aquarius, I can say that you're an air sign. You're comfortable there. There may be some things that have come to pass that you have, maybe, if you're in a relationship with someone, maybe you've never told them. Maybe they say some things or they do some things that cause you pain or hurt, or maybe there's something from your childhood or something that happened at work that you haven't talked to them about yet, but there's something that's kind of on your mind and it's heavy. And this may be the weekend to say, listen, I need to be vulnerable with you. Like, give this gift of yourself, give that, because air signs especially, you don't always want to give all of that information, but this may be the time to say, listen, for me to be able to tell you who I am, I've got to tell you about this thing. There's this thing, you know, and it's hurtful and painful and makes you super vulnerable, but you know what? Whoever you talk to or share with or share this gift of who you really are is going to really appreciate that. Okay, it will not be, it won't just be, oh yeah, that's whatever. It's going to be like, wow, this person really shared with me. And you do have the Eight of Wands, so I think it may come out of nowhere and you'll like hear yourself telling this person that's very close to you how you feel, and or about this thing that happened, and you'll be like, I don't even believe I'm saying this right now. Like, it definitely will be something that comes out of the blue that you decide to share it because you really didn't think you ever would. Could be for just one person, whatever. Watch your moon and rising, but it's coming. The nice thing is it makes you feel, all I can think is like you can breathe. You know, you sharing this part of you that you don't usually share with other people. It's personal, it's painful, whatever it might be. It sets you free to be really happy. And there's nothing, you can't really put a price on that, okay? So do that sharing thing. I know it's hard and it feels a little bit horrible, but do it because I think you will be really happy in the long run, okay? All right, we're going to move on to our very last one, which is Pisces. Six of Swords. You're moving away from something that does not work for you. What is it? It is pain, anguish, and sadness. This is just something is done. Something that you have been through is just done. It's done and over with, and it's time to, for your own, I'm hearing for your own mental health, and I keep hearing safety. It can be your own mental stability too, or the safety of your mental state, but I am definitely hearing for your own mental health and safety, mental safety, whatever that means. It is time to move away from this, let it go, whatever it is. You could be harboring some sort of, well, there you go. You've got the Lover, so there's some kind of pain, some kind of something. Doesn't mean that you're like breaking up with someone, but it could be that there was something that happened that you either need to move away from that, let it go, let it dissipate, whatever it is. This, you can't get any more dead than this, so this is done. Whatever this is, and you'll know what it is, it's time to just let it go. To move away from it, to, I don't want to say never speak of it again, but for a while, I don't think it needs to be brought up. It's just something that was devastating, sad, made you feel really bad, whatever it is. It's just time to walk away from it, whether it was a problem with a relationship or something that was said. I feel like it could have been something that was said that was hurtful, painful, could have been an act that was painful or hurtful, made somebody feel really, really bad. So whatever it is, Pisces, it's time to just turn and burn. Just walk away from it, whether it's family or romantic. It doesn't really matter, but it is time to just let it go, okay? All right, I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Take care of yourselves. Watch your moon and rising sign, and I will talk to you soon.